gonna do this. Okay, we're recording. It's so good to see everyone's faces. Welcome. So we have people oh, I hate those moments. I never know what to do. Okay, we're here to talk about essential oils and to go over the essential oils and possibly the kits that we have accumulated. Maybe you got your kit a couple months ago, maybe last month, maybe last week. And we really wanted to just go over them with you so that you feel like you know how to use them. Right, Eden?
Yeah, this is like a huge part of our community, and what we love is not to just like sell you a kit and be like, yay, I made like $20 off of you. See ya. Good luck. That doesn't interest us. Like, we love continued education and to really help you feel empowered to take care of your home and to feel confident in knowing which oils to reach for. So after this call, we are confident that you're going to know so much more than you did when you just first showed up. You're going to know how to use your oils, and we're going to break them into a few different categories. We have a guide that we're going to go over. You all will get it. If you haven't already, we'll make sure that you get it. It goes over like the main starter kits. And so they're usually the main oils that people start with. So we want to make sure to cover that. If you have like a specific question, or there's an oil that you got that wasn't in a kit, maybe, the chat is open. So please, please put any of your questions, anything that you need to add or ask us in the chat. We have a few girls here too that are kind of manning the chat. If we don't answer it, they're going to help you and answer your questions. This is for you, honestly. This is for you. So anything that you need to know, like we're here to answer.
And with the chats, we're going to be going over that a lot and making sure all of your questions are answered. So even if we bank left or bank right with the questions that you're asking, that's okay, because this is for you to understand your essential oils. So ask away. Also, feel free to interrupt us if you have an immediate question or you don't want to use the chat. That's totally fine. And so we're going to be going over your oils. And then for like the last 5 minutes, we're going to be going over your account, your wholesale account, because you have access to so much more than just the kit or the essential oils that you bought. And we want you to feel comfortable handling that on your own. And then you're going to be able to ask your questions at the end too, if we didn't get to them in the chat. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So this is what we call our medicine cabinet guide, if it will open for us. It'd be so funny if it didn't open and we just had to go off of this by pure memory. That would totally
do it, honestly. We could do that.
I know, right? Okay, so one thing that is so cool about our community is how much we help you understand how to use your essential oils. So we have this welcome call every single month, but we also have continuing education classes multiple times a month on different topics about essential oils, and you'll never want to miss those. But this guide, you should have gotten in a welcome email when you first enrolled. If you didn't, please reach out to whoever enrolled you and we will get it sent to you. Okay, this is the first page. It's called Welcome to Your New Medicine Cabinet. And these 4 oils will rock your world once you understand how to use them, right, Eden? Like, they are going to be your best friends forever.
These 4 oils are the oils for all of you who are like, I am sick of getting sick. It's like, well, here you go. This is your new medicine cabinet. So we're just going to kind of break them down oil by oil. Please remember, I'm going to open my chat right now. Sometimes I forget when a screen is shared.
I know. I too.
I'm going to go over them one by one. If you have questions, please put them in the chat. I'm looking at it right now. So the first oil we're going to talk about is On Guard. I can't see all of you right now with the chat or with the shared screen, but like, raise your hand if you've opened your bottle of On Guard and have been able to smell it and or use it. Has anyone?
Also, if you don't have it with you, but it's in your home somewhere, like, go get your oils and open it.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's so fun to do that together.
So On Guard is such an incredible oil. It's actually the number one oil that I recommend to someone when they're like, Eden, I just want one oil. What one should I get? I'm like, On Guard. On Guard is the OG. So doTERRA actually did a study with On Guard. They diffused it in the emergency room at the Vanderbilt Hospital in Tennessee, and it eradicated heavy viruses like SARS and gangrene and MRSA. So how incredible to have that knowledge and know that we have this oil in our own homes. And simply by diffusing it, we are protecting our families and ourselves from airborne pathogens. So cool, right? It's like so powerful. It also smells really good. So you don't have to be like, oh, I don't want to get sick, but I have to make my house smell like oregano. Sorry, oregano doesn't smell good. I'm sorry if you think it does, but it just doesn't. On Guard smells amazing. You have wild orange and cinnamon and eucalyptus. It just smells so yummy. So it's awesome to diffuse. I actually use my On Guard every single day though. It's called the Protective Blend. So I used to just reach for it when we would get sick and it would help us get better quicker. But I decided, hey, it's supposed to protect me. It seems like that's something that I should be using every day. So now it's become a part of our everyday nighttime routine. My kids brush their teeth, they take a bath, and then we put on their On Guard on their feet and on their spine. So the reasons we put oils on our feet are because your feet have the biggest pores in your body. So when you put oils on your feet, they're going to absorb into your body the quickest. The reason we put them on our spine is because that's where your nervous system is. So those are kind of like the two spots that you hear people talk about when they're using their oils topically, unless it's like you're using an oil for a sore muscle or like a cut or something, then you would use it like directly where that is. How to use On Guard, Sid?
Oh my gosh. I just feel like there's nothing worse than when someone in your family exclaims in the morning, I have a sore throat.
I know.
I'm like, okay, you're banished to the basement for 7 to 10 business days. Like that's what's happening. And so my little boy, he's almost 8, and he said that yesterday morning and this morning. And I just popped open my veggie capsule that I get from doTERRA. They're like $4 for 100 of them. And I just did 1 drop of On Guard, 1 drop of frankincense, closed the veggie capsule, and he took it with his breakfast. And then it's like gone tonight. He's fine.
Yeah.
And that's the best feeling ever when your family is starting to come down with something and you don't come down with it anymore. It's the best.
Totally. And the cool thing about On Guard, I'm going to say doTERRA's essential oils, they are very strong because they are so pure. Some you can use internally, some you are just meant to be used topically or aromatically. If you actually turn the bottle around, if it has a supplement fact box, that means that it can be used internally. And if it doesn't have a supplement fact box, just a list of ingredients, it's just meant to be used topically or aromatically. On Guard is one that can be used internally. So I actually like to put a drop straight in the back of my throat. And fair warning before you do that, it is hot. It is pure cinnamon. It is very hot. Some people do not like that. I personally love it. It's going to numb your throat. I would suggest maybe touching it with your finger and like sucking on your finger first to see if you're going to like that. Otherwise, do it in a veggie cap. Okay, let's move on to frankincense. Frankincense has literally been dubbed the king of oils for good reason too. I feel like people are like, okay, frankincense is really nice, but then they buy it and it sits on their shelf because it almost seems overwhelming. Like, I don't really know how to use it. Frankincense is a cell regenerator. So what that means is that it's creating new good cells on whatever it touches. I actually like to pair the word heal with frankincense. Anything that's needing healing, you're going to want to reach for your frankincense. So if you're sick, use your frankincense. If you twist your ankle, your frankincense is going to help heal those nerve endings that just got pulled. If you get a cut, your frankincense is going to help heal the cut. Frankincense really does do everything. So when in doubt, use your frankincense. Something else that it does that is really cool is that it will actually boost the effect of your other oils. So let's say you do come down with like a cold or you're feeling fluish and you're putting On Guard on your feet and your spine. You can rub your frankincense on top of the On Guard and it's actually going to boost the effect of the On Guard, which is super cool.
Also, I think all of us a good amount of us have used these few essential oils so far. So as we're going over each essential oil, please put in the chat how you use it. Because I know all of us are at least moms or working women on here. Put in the chat how you use it. Because I put it under my tongue every morning. It's like on my bedside table.
Yes.
You put it under your tongue every morning. And I swear you do not need a Red Bull at 11 a.m. Like it's amazing. So I would love to hear what other people do or read what other people do too.
Totally. Frankincense is also really, really good for your skin. It's one of the skin oils. Think of that cell regeneration. We all need that on our aging faces, right? That cell regeneration as we age. I love to add a drop in my moisturizer. So frankincense, king of oil. Okay. Tea tree is the next oil that we're going to talk about. Tea tree is like the oil of my childhood. It's called Melaleuca. And when I was little, I used to call it Melacuca because I thought it was so gross, but my mom would like douse it all over us when we were sick. And I'm not kidding. It would get us better like that. I'd be like, no, not Melacuca. And then I would feel better. But now I've come to like love the smell of tea tree. It's like nostalgic for me. Tea tree is an antibacterial. So I always have my tea tree in my purse and a diaper bag. I have 3 wild boys and an even more wild little girl, and they're always getting slivers and cuts and scrapes. And I love to have my tea tree around so that I can hurry and dab some on, and it's going to make sure that it doesn't get infected. It also is analgesic, which means it's going to take away pain. Because maybe you're going to think, oh, it's going to sting if I put it into a cut. It doesn't. It actually is going to help relieve pain. So that's super, super cool. You can put it on like a burn, and it's going to help take the pain away. One of my favorite ways to use tea tree as well, just I think that there's a lot of moms here, is for ear infections. You're definitely going to want to write this down. My tried and true, like proven remedy for an ear infection: tea tree, lavender, and basil. Those 3 oils, if you rub around the ear and with like the excess on my finger, I like to kind of rub it in the ear like this, it is going to help take away ear infections. Like, do I have to be compliant on this call? Like, is that a thing?
No, absolutely not.
Do not send this out to anybody. I am not a doctor, but I have tried that and I promise it works. I actually have a friend who's a pharmacist. And so they're all about pharmaceuticals, which is great. And they could not get her son's ear infection to go away. So I made her a little roller. I did 10 drops each of those oils and then filled the rest of the 10 milliliter with fractionated coconut oil. And she texted me the next day and was like, okay, what is this like voodoo magic? You might have made me a believer. And I'm like, I know.
I know. Okay. There are so many great things in the chat. Brooke says frankincense protects against negative energy. Kylie says that she put the couple of drops in her shampoo to get all the gunk of dry, flaky scalp. Another said, my daughter got impetigo on her chin a week ago. Tavia says she adds it in her moisturizer and Epsom salt. Mamie says UTI reliever. Perineum spray. Johanna says, I also use tea tree oil for my husband that has a skin condition. That is so cool.
So cool. There's so many uses. You know, I'll never get over this. And Brooke, I love how you always like talk about the emotional side. Brooke is one of our wellness advocates that's like really into the emotional side of essential oils. And I always think it's so cool that the emotions that these essential oils are connected to are like so similar to how they're protecting our bodies physically. So like tea tree is, I want to go back up to her message. What did it say? What did it say? I don't see it.
Well, okay. She was saying.
It said that it like protected emotions. I can't remember.
Just speak up really quick. I don't want to interrupt you. So On Guard protects, it's On Guard. It protects against the negative energy around you. So when you put it on you or you're diffusing it, it's ridding off and fighting off any negative energy.
So how cool that it's doing that emotionally, but then also physically. Like it is protecting you physically from airborne pathogens and viruses. Like, I don't know. Sorry, that was a tangent. That's just so like, I can't ever get over those things. Thank you so much for sharing that, Brooke. Okay, let's go over our last immunity boosting oil, which is oregano. Oregano is a powerhouse. It is so freaking strong. It's an immunostimulant. So anytime you are actually full blown sick, you're like, crap, not a tickle in my throat, I'm sick. You want to reach for your oregano. It's not one I use every day, like my On Guard, but it's one I use when I am sick, when I do not feel good. I'll do 2 drops in a veggie capsule. What Sydney was talking about, it's like empty little veggie caps you can open up. I put 2 drops in, and I do that every day until I feel 100%, and then I don't take it anymore. I'm going to say this right now, just to like fair warning. There are some essential oils that are hot, like On Guard is a little bit hotter. Peppermint has that icy hot sensation. Cinnamon is hot. Oregano is like mother freaking hot. Like it is hot. Do not rub this on your skin without a carrier oil. Just to prove how hot it is, I actually had this nasty wart on my finger, which I know is lovely, and I share it just so openly with everyone. And I'm weird, so don't be like me, but I'm like, if it doesn't hurt, it's not working. So I just did a drop straight on my wart, and then I wrapped a Band-Aid around it, and I left it for 3 days. And I was just like, oh, my finger's on fire. But after 3 days, I took off my Band-Aid and my wart was completely gone. Look at that lovely finger. No wart. It literally burned the wart right off my finger. So it's so, so powerful, so amazing. You obviously can take it internally, but I like to either create my own roller or purchase the Oregano Touch, which is doTERRA's pre-diluted roller. You just know that the ratio is right in those. And I love to use that to quickly rub on my spine and rub on my feet. Do you have anything to add on these oils, Sid, before we go to the next page?
I just think if you take everything that we just said about these 4 oils, these are just 4 oils that you have in your home. It's like truly a medicine cabinet. Mm-hmm. It's like, what can you get rid of in your like toxic medicine cabinet that it has its purpose and that is so great, and you keep them there and we use them during certain times, but what can you use instead of those things with these 4 natural things? So it's amazing. Okay, let's go to our citrus essential oils. Your citrus oils are called your citrus gals because they truly are your very best friends. If you use citrus oils daily, or if you've experienced citrus oils, please put in the chat how you use them, because I swear citrus oils are like the most versatile essential oils almost. Brooke just said lemon for detox and energy. And that's really kind of like the basis of what citrus essential oils do. You can see all of these buzzwords: energizing, refreshing, detoxing, cleansing. All of those words are what citrus essential oils do. So citrus essential oils, I feel like I love to explain them as siblings. It's like, okay, you all come from the same mom and dad, but they're different and they have different qualities and different strengths and different things that you want to use them for, kind of, but they're all kind of umbrellaed under the same mom and dad. So for instance, citrus essential oils will help cleanse your major organs like your kidneys, your liver, your gallbladder, your gut, your spleen, and help rid your body of major toxins like heavy metals, aluminum, and mercury. And citrus essential oils are so easy to use. You can put them in your water, but you have to make sure it's stainless steel or glass, because it literally gets rid of toxins. So if I put my lemon oil in this plastic water bottle right here, it would eat through the plastic because this is not a natural substance. So make sure it's glass or stainless steel, even the straw, and just add 1 or 2 drops in your water bottle, and you will feel so energized throughout the entire day because it's cleansing your body of toxicity. Again, remember what Eden said a couple minutes ago of how you can tell if you can take essential oils internally. Make sure you look at the supplement. Wait, you didn't say that, did you?
Yeah. But show them, because I think it's beneficial to see it.
Perfect. You might not be able to see this. I need to find 2 that you can take internally. So this is Citrus Bliss. So this is technically like a citrus essential oil. This has an ingredient list, but it doesn't have a supplement fact label on it. So this one is recommended to use aromatically or topically, where this is a different essential oil, a citrus essential oil, but it has a supplement fact label on it. So we know we can safely take this one internally. It's recommended to take internally. So that's how you'll know, like Citrus Bloom, Citrus Bliss, those don't have supplement fact labels on them. So you're just going to diffuse or rub those on topically. Citrus oils pair so well with really any other essential oil. So have fun with it in your diffuser. Have fun putting them in your palms and rubbing them on your chest, on the bottoms of your feet, over your stomach, behind your neck. Maybe you can pair your lemon and frankincense together, or your wild orange and your northern escape. Like, have fun pairing your citrus essential oils together. Citrus bliss for drying balls in the dryer, Johanny says. Yeah.
I said, why have I never done that?
My gosh.
That's like one of my favorite oils, and I've never put it on my dryer balls.
Okay, you have to try citrus bliss and basil together. I know that sounds not good in your dryer balls. Just try it. And if you hate it, I'll buy you new Viore leggings, okay?
Done.
Okay, Megan just did such a good diffuser blend. On Guard, Wild Orange, and Madagascar Vanilla. I've never tried those together, but sign me up. That sounds amazing. Okay, citrus oils, I just have to talk about this for 1 second. They are so powerful for your mood. And we are right here in the middle of butt crack winter that none of us want to be in right now. We all want spring, and right now is a really serious time for like sadness and not very much motivation. You're wanting to like get into spring, so you kind of like feel a little bit lazy right now and unmotivated. Citrus essential oils help naturally motivate and energize you. So if you're feeling low, down in the dumps, maybe you're even dealing with like postpartum sadness or postpartum stress or anxiousness, grab your citrus essential oils, put them in your diffuser, pair them with something else that you love, like frankincense or peppermint, rub them on the bottoms of your feet. And I swear within like 10 to 15 minutes, you're feeling just a little bit lighter and like you're able to have a little bit more energy.
Well, and can I say something about that? Because the cool thing about it is like, people say that and everyone's like, oh, cool. Like I smell wild orange and I'm supposed to be happy. But there is science behind this. And not that you guys care about the science, but if you do, you can find answers, just like a small bit of science for anyone who's like, but like how? There's a constituent called limonene in citrus oils. When your brain, because when you smell oils, they go in your nose, they go to your olfactory bulb and they sense that limonene. It tells your brain to create serotonin, which is your happy hormone, instantly. That is not made up. That's not some hippie voodoo stuff, which I'm all about. I am all about the hippie stuff. That one's science. That one's real. It is a chemical reaction in your brain telling your brain produce serotonin. Science.
Isn't that incredible? Like I get chills when we talk about that because it's so real and it can be a natural mood booster. It's amazing. Okay, just want to make sure. Let's see. Whitley just said yesterday, I wiped off permanent marker off my fridge with lemon oil. I love cleaning with them. Eden, you did lemongrass with your red stuff. I saw that on Instagram.
And the craziest thing, because I always use like lemon or lemongrass to get off stains that my kids had put all over my house. But I didn't think about it because it was a pink paper that was soaked with water and had been there all day on my white counters. So when I lifted it up, it was like seeped in. I'm like, oh. So I got a magic eraser and I'm scrubbing for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not want my husband to see this. Like he's going to be so mad. And he actually yelled down. He's like, get lemongrass. I'm like, maybe. And it swirled right off. I'm like, what the heck? This one was seeped. Like that one was a miracle. I've never seen anything like it.
It sounds like Whitley had the same experience with her freaking
permanent marker. You're like, Tate, don't come home.
I know. Oh my gosh, that's so stressful. What kids, man. Freaking kids. Okay, this is our little recipe card for you. You can screenshot this. Again, you should have this in a welcome email, but we can send it out again if you don't. This is our awesome little recipe card. We have an energy drink with lime, tangerine, but have fun with it. Maybe you want to do wild orange and lemon or grapefruit or just lime. Any citrus essential oil is going to give you energy. This Tutti Frutti room spray, I was an avid like Glade plug-in person like 8 years ago. Like I needed people to walk into my house and be like, Sydney, it smells so good. And I'm like, I know, I totally like, thank you. It's natural. And so I love having like the Febreze Glade plugins in like each room, like 3 or 4 of them in like every room. Okay. I was excessive. And I think I had a friend send me a similar room spray and I just got like a glass small spray bottle off of Amazon, did this little concoction, filled the rest with witch hazel and water. You don't even need witch hazel. You can just do water. Like don't make it too complicated. And I use this like on my couch and on my carpet before or after I would vacuum. I would do it on my linens, on my pillowcases, and it smells so refreshing that I like threw out my Glade plugins. One, because I learned what was in them and what it was doing to my family. And two, it just smelled just as good. So try this instead of using like your Febreze or your Dawn air freshener or linen sprays, because this is so good. And then we have an all-purpose cleaner. This all-purpose cleaner you can use for your little boy pee-filled bathrooms, like my 8-year-old Wild Bill bathroom. I'm like, dude, you have to learn how to aim your wiener. Like, you have to. It's getting ridiculous. Or you can use it in your sink with raw chicken. You can use it in your bathtub. And the best part is it actually really does clean. In fact, on these calls, we need to have that Petri dish. Eden, do you know what I'm talking about? That shows you how well On Guard does next to Lysol and Clorox. Like, it's way more effective than Lysol or Clorox with bacteria and viruses. So we highly recommend this all-purpose cleaner. It's so, so good. Okay, let's see. Kelsey said, if you add a pinch of salt to the Tutti Frutti spray or any DIY sprays, it helps the essential oils to mix better with water. That is so good to know, because I always have to shake it vigorously. Like, it won't emulsify together. So that's good to know. Johanny, my 3-year-old, same, like, where is your aim, dude? So freaking true.
I'm okay. So there.
Did you have anything to add before we went on, Eden?
No, just this cleaner is like, it's really replaced like every cleaner in my home. I have one upstairs, I have one in my kitchen, and it's our all-purpose cleaner. Like, we use it to clean everything. I like to just fill a glass spray bottle with water. I like to do 15 drops of a citrus oil because they are cleansing and detoxifying, and then 15 drops of an immunity boosting oil. And I just love On Guard. I like the smell of On Guard. I like the smell of lemon. They go really well together. I've actually been doing cassia lately, which isn't on this guide, but I learned that cassia is like one of those immunity boosting oils. So I've been doing cassia and lemon, and it smells really good. But then I just do like 2 big squirts. I don't measure anything of the On Guard cleaner concentrate, and it cleans, disinfects everything, which is so cool.
And you feel so awesome using all of these natural things, making like your own potions. You feel like such a baddie. Okay, Mamie says, I use it to clean the inside of my car. I love that. Ty says, Purify and Wild Orange in the multi-purpose cleaner smells incredible. So yeah, you really cannot go wrong with making your own all-purpose cleaner with the On Guard cleaner concentrate. Have fun with it. There's so many oils.
And Whitley did just say it's the best stain remover on clothes. And that is actually true. Kelsey actually told me to make a little roller with just the On Guard cleaner concentrate and lemon. I put it in a roller and it's in my laundry room, and Rio, my daughter's obsessed with lipstick right now, which if you've gotten lipstick on your clothes and you wash it, you didn't know the stain was there, it doesn't come out. It's like done. Shirt's over, throw it away. And nothing gets it out, but the On Guard cleaner concentrate does. You like rub it on, it totally gets lipstick out. It's the best stain remover.
That's incredible. Sign me up. Okay, let's go to your tummy tamers. So the 2 essential oils that come in the kits that you probably purchased or that you're familiar with or that you have in your home is digestin and peppermint. We did include here in this guide the ginger and pink pepper, because I'm going to sound really crude right now, so just like bear with me, but like, we are in a society where we have a farting problem. Like, we all have a sensitive stomach. We all are so sensitive to cheese, but like, it's our toxic trait. We will never stop eating cheese. Like, we love queso. That's what we do. And so we wanted to give you more options that you could know, support your body, other than the simple ones in your kit. So ginger and pink pepper are great additions to digestin and peppermint. But these essential oils are going to help relieve the bloat, relieve the inflammation in your digestive tract. So digestin is a digestive essential oil blend, meaning that there's lots of different essential oils in this one little bottle that help your digestive tract. It helps your body digest just a little bit better. It helps relieve the inflammation after you've had your Mexican queso. It helps relieve the bloating if you are sensitive to something. And it especially helps your system when you have like those stomach bugs that come into your family from daycare or school or church or whatever happens. So how you can use digestin, peppermint, pink pepper, or ginger is you can make a little roller bottle blend with one or any of these essential oils. You can just get a roller bottle from Amazon, doTERRA, there's lots of roller bottles around, and do 5 drops of each or a couple drops of one. Like really the sky's the limit with these. Fill the rest with a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil, rosehip oil, and rub it on your stomach when it's feeling sensitive or before you know it's going to get sensitive. Like if you're going on date night to Lhasa or whatever the restaurant is, I don't even know if that's a name. Rub it on your stomach. Another great way that you can take these is you can take them internally. So you can get a little shot glass. I saw Whitley on her Instagram page. And I know Whitley doesn't even drink alcohol, so I thought this was hilarious that she has like little solo cups of like shots. I was like, I don't know why that was so freaking ironic and funny to me. And she was taking shots of essential oils and just water because she knew that her digestive system needed the extra support. You can take them in an empty veggie capsule. So maybe you're having a little bit of trouble with digestion or bloat or a sensitive stomach. Every morning, make it a part of your rituals to do 2 drops of digestin and 1 drop of peppermint. And then if you add ginger and pink pepper to your essential oil collection, add 1 or 2 drops of those in the morning too, to your veggie capsule, and take it every morning and see if that can help support your stomach. Oh my gosh, Whitley, this is hilarious. You don't need to know, let's see, you don't need to know this, but digestin works so well. I can just smell digestin and start farting. I love that so much. Okay, Brooke is saying, Tylo, is pink pepper helpful / safe during pregnancy? I actually don't know. I'm not sure if it is. Do we know? I don't know.
Like when people talk about pregnancy, there are a few that are always talked about being unsafe for pregnancy. So I would like lean towards like, no, but if you ever are questioning it, you definitely just like want to look and make sure that the benefits would be safe. And if anything, like maybe opt for using it topically.
Yeah.
But I wonder, I just wonder if Tylo's looked into it because she is pregnant and if she mentioned it.
Tylo and Shelby and Mamie. Mamie is also like a pregnancy queen. Mamie actually just said peppermint in your coffee. Mamie should be a barista. She's like the best coffee maker. She even puts fennel in her coffee. And when she told me about that at first, I was like, Mamie, ew, let's not. And then she made me a cup of coffee and it was delicious. So ask Mamie for all of the cooking and pregnancy tips.
Mamie said she cooks with pink pepper. So
ooh.
Yeah, I was just going to add in really quick that I use it for immunity because it's really good for immunity as well. So I put it in a veggie capsule, and like that's not one that's like on like your radar for like not being safe during pregnancy.
Cool. So you take it internally like every day, pink pepper? When you're
not every day, but if I have like a really bad cold, so this pregnancy, my immune system has like sucked so bad. And so I've been taking like a flute bomb like crazy, and I'll add pink pepper to it to help clear out everything. But I don't take it every day. I just take it like when I'm like super sick, kind of like an oregano like situation. You're like, oh, this is really bad. It's not going away. And you add like pink pepper to it. But yeah, Mamie cooks with it. I've cooked with it. So it's not one that's like on your radar for not safe during pregnancy.
That's so good to know, because the pepper oils, pink pepper and black pepper, I do know have saved so many people from like debilitating tummy issues like Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. I'm not saying don't take your medication or don't go seek professional help and use pink pepper and black pepper instead. But I do know that it has alleviated a lot of serious symptoms because of the inflammatory benefits. So give that one a try. Okay, let's go to your breathing buddies.
Okay. I love these oils so much. I love all of them. Am I going to say that about every single one? Yeah, probably. I am. Peppermint is just your OG. It is your most versatile oil. You can use it in so many ways, but we're going to mostly talk about the respiratory benefits. These oils are good for your respiratory system. Everyone knows peppermint's going to clear you up. Peppermint can be used internally. So whenever I'm dealing with a cough, any sort of congestion, allergies, I like actually to put a drop of peppermint right in the back of my throat. Once again, they're very strong, so test it before you try it. I personally love that. And then I love to pair it with Breathe, which is the respiratory blend. Breathe is not meant to be used internally though. So I'll rub it in my hands, I'll breathe it in, and I'll rub it on my neck. And I love combining the external use of Breathe with the internal use of peppermint. It's going to be your saving grace when you have a cold or have allergies or any sort of this stuff that really, really sucks. Northern Escape is another oil that is in one of the starter kits. So if you got that, that one's actually really, really good for your respiratory system. I usually opt for diffusing that one. And then Deep Blue, a lot of people don't know because we have a whole page for Deep Blue that we'll go over, but Deep Blue is amazing for your respiratory system. I actually have, over the past couple of years, I don't know why, I just suddenly got asthma, like super, super bad. There's even been a few times that I've had to like go to the hospital and freaking get a steroid because I couldn't breathe. And I was like gonna pass out. So stupid. But I was determined to find a way to not do that because the side effects of albuterol were horrible and I hated it so, so bad. So I was using peppermint and Breathe for a while and it would help, but I still would have these horrible attacks. So I started using Deep Blue and I would rub it along like my throat and then down and on my lungs. So like under my breast. And it has been the oil that saved me from going to the emergency room when I was having an asthma attack. I haven't used my inhaler for over 2 years now, once I incorporated Deep Blue into my asthma attack routine. Peppermint, Breathe, Deep Blue. And I know it's not on here, but just because I'm talking about asthma, I definitely would look into eucalyptus. I rub that one up and down as well. And that one has like made my asthma attacks not only like manageable at home, but it's made them end. And I haven't had a severe asthma attack in like months now because of these oils, which is so, so, so powerful. I know that there's a time and a place for Western medicine for sure. Obviously, like I've been there, it saved my life. But how cool is like we do our research and we like trial and error with these earth plant medicines. We can find a better way that have no side effects. So dang cool.
I feel like you don't even have to only use these if you have serious situations like asthma attacks, things like that. Because I even just use Breathe on my chest as like a pre-workout before my run on my treadmill in my basement, or even before I walk my dog. And it's not even like heavy cardio. I'll put Breathe on my chest to open up my lungs a little better. Even if I'm just like having an afternoon lull, I'll do peppermint on the roof of my mouth and like Deep Blue on my chest or behind my neck. And it just helps. So
these oils are like energizers. Peppermint and Breathe, they are energizers. So like Sydney said, she'll use Breathe on her chest as a pre-workout. It's awesome because peppermint is going to give you energy. So one thing we all do in our community is we'll put peppermint on our thumb and we'll place it to the roof of our mouth. And you are instantly going to be like, woo, have instant energy. It's the best, like pick me up in the middle of a day for a busy mom or busy working woman that just needs a little bit of help to get through her day.
That peppermint on the roof of your mouth, I call it like my carpool pick me up. Because when 3:30 rolls around and you have to go get feral children from school, you're like, what is this life? Can you all please just be quiet and like not? And it's the ramp up time, but you're freaking tired. So I have one in my car and I just place it to the roof of my mouth and I love it. Okay,
wait, the word feral, it's like I need to use that word more in my life. That made me so happy.
My Australian mother-in-law and my Australian sister-in-laws brought me onto that word. And I feel like so cultured saying it. I'm like, yeah, feral. I like travel the world.
I love
okay,
it.
Let's go to Deep Blue. Eden just talked about it in the Breathing Buddies. But Deep Blue is so powerful, so amazing, and such crowd pleasers that doTERRA made an entire line of Deep Blue products. Deep Blue is what's called our soothing blend. So it's going to really help soothe inflammation, soothe achy muscles, soothe tense ligaments, soothe anything that's really achy and tired. So if you have bad shoulders, if you're if you have knee replacements, if you have sore ankles, or even if you have really bad period cramps or head tension, neck tension, anything like that, Deep Blue is going to be your very best friend. Use the essential oil. The essential oil is great. I'm just going to go ahead and say that I use Deep Blue essential oil less than any of the other Deep Blue products. Would you agree, Eden?
So I use the Deep Blue oil when I'm making like roller blends.
Yeah. Same.
So that's when I use it. But anything else, I'm going to use the Deep Blue stick. Like the Deep Blue stick is my best friend. I have to have like 5 of them in my house.
Yeah. The Deep Blue oil is so great if it's like you're needing some tension relief, like here on your forehead with some peppermint and frankincense, or on your temples, or like on your jawline if you have locked jaw like me. But the Deep Blue stick and the Deep Blue rub, number one, are cheaper and they go further. So it's like more budget friendly, and they last, I swear, years. I don't know, maybe that's such a dramatic.
Last forever.
Yeah. Like I have 3 Deep Blue rubs in my bedside table and I haven't bought them for years. And I don't think I'll need to for a really long time. So Deep Blue stick, and I think it's just for preference. So Deep Blue is like literally like a massive chapstick. Like it's huge. And then the Deep Blue rub is seriously just like lotion, like icy hot. And they go so far. So again, achy shoulders. I even rub my Deep Blue on my stomach when I'm feeling like my stomach is inflamed. So use it for that too. Mamie just said, so funny because I prefer the Deep Blue oil. I go through that shiz like hotcakes. So I guess it must just be preference, whatever you love more.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, really quickly though, the Deep Blue polyphenol, that's such a weird name and it's so long. It's the Deep Blue supplements, and you take them internally, and they're like a natural anti-inflammatory and pain reliever, but without like harming your liver like Tylenol and ibuprofen do. So I know that Whitley, she got LASIK eye surgery a couple weeks ago, and she mentioned that she took her Deep Blue polyphenol before her LASIK surgery to help prevent the pain and discomfort. I take Deep Blue when I have my period. So you really can take it for multiple different things. If you use Deep Blue polyphenol, I'd love to know how you use it in the chat too. Okay, let's go. This is our last page, and then we're going to head over to our account and help you maneuver that. But these are our like hot mess mom oils that like you need for your emotions and your stress and your anxiety and your sadness and everything in between. And we wanted to pair them in groups so that you could refer back to this and you knew what to use each one for. So let's start with adaptive and balance. These are your calming blends and your grounding blends. These are going to be the essential oils that you need and that you reach for when like you're at the end of your rope, or when you have constant stress in your life, which like, hi, if you have any children in your life, if you carpool pickup, you know what we're talking about. So Megan, I watch her use adaptive all the time. She just said in the chat, adaptive is my freaking daily lifesaver. It really, really is. So Eden, how do you use adaptive or balance?
So I just like wish that I was a billionaire and I could send adaptive to every woman in the world. I'm not even kidding. Adaptive. I want you all to have the experience with adaptive, like somehow, like put it on your list. Like this is the oil to get if you don't have it already. So doTERRA actually did a study with adaptive, a clinical trial, and it is clinically proven to lower your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone. So when you're feeling out of control, when you're getting that anxiety, when you get that high heart rate, your cortisol levels are just like through the roof. How cool is it to know that you can reach for your adaptive, rub it in your hands, take a few moments, because that's all we have as moms with lots of kids, few moments to breathe in those essential oils and know that our cortisol levels are going to come back down. You literally can feel it. Your heart rate starts to slow and you're able to take those big, deep breaths. It's amazing. It is amazing. And I've personally experienced that. And I just wish everyone could experience that, because especially in our society right now, people are dealing with stress and anxiety like never, ever before. It's probably because of our fast-paced world and like instant information and too much information. And everyone needs adaptive. Everyone needs to have this to be able to feel their heart be at peace and to calm down and see the beauty that's right in front of you. And that's what I feel like adaptive does. So how I use it, I love to diffuse it. Yesterday, I kid you not, was the best day of my life. I said that to Ryan. I woke up this morning and I was like, Ryan, yesterday was the best day of my life, like that I've ever experienced in my life, like better than the day we got married, better than the day I had a baby. I don't know why. I was so happy yesterday. Like it was a normal day. I homeschooled my kids. I yelled at a couple of my kids. My house was messy. I cooked dinner. We went to the trampoline place, like a bounce place. And I just decided to jump with my kids. Like I bought the socks for myself and just like got in their world. And I got home, I put my kids to bed and I just laid in bed and I was like, this was the best day of my life. And I thought it was funny because today I had high hopes because I was like, wow, it was the best day of my life. And it wasn't bad. It just was like, it's not the best day of my life again. I like really missed that day already. But yesterday I diffused adaptive around the clock. And I just had a thought. I'm like, was it because I didn't diffuse adaptive? Like, did that have something to do with why my day was just like amazing, that I dealt with motherhood and I dealt with normal stressors of life and like schedules and routines. And I dealt with it just in a positive, happy, grateful way. Like, was it the adaptive that I was smelling all day? Anyways, diffusing. And then I actually love to create a roller, or you can just use the adaptive oil, or you can buy the adaptive touch, but I love to use it as a perfume. So I'm smelling that all the time. I love to keep it in my purse. So when I'm on the go and maybe dealing with stressful situations, I can reach for it and help myself handle those big emotions. I also love to be able to utilize this oil for my kids who are growing up in this world that gives them way too much information every single day, and teaching them that they can reach for this when things feel hard, when they feel heavy, when they feel overwhelming. So there's been so many temper tantrums that they've had. They reach for their adaptive and they're able to help themselves calm down and get through those big emotions.
Adaptive, like it has magnolia, wild orange in it, and I think Roman chamomile in it too. Just imagine like a Southern Belle air freshener, and that's what adaptive is. It's so good.
Yeah, it smells so good.
It really does. So Mamie just said, I use Balance on the bottom of my feet, and on any rashes, I shave with it. Balance, okay, it's a grounding blend. It has all of these amazing stress properties to it, but it actually is one of the best essential oils to clear rash or sensitive skin, like diaper rash. It's amazing. But Balance, I know, is Logan. She's one of our most amazing wellness advocates ever. And Logan, this is like her ride or die essential oil. And I find that so amazing that like she's a busy mom of two. She used to be like a thriving cosmetologist, and she had a really successful hair business, and she recently stepped away from that to be a full-time mom, which I think is amazing. But she uses Balance every single day and loves Balance. So these are your two stress and grounding oils. Your calming and relaxing oils. So the oils that you're going to reach for if you can't fall asleep, if your mind can't turn off, if your kids need some help to fall asleep and relax at the end of a night, is lavender, serenity, and copaiba. And I want to just read what Tylo said a second ago. She said, copaiba stops my panic attacks in their tracks. Going on 2 years with no panic attacks, putting copaiba under my tongue every day. That is incredible. Amazing. That copaiba could calm and relax someone with chronic panic attacks. That's amazing. So lavender and serenity, copaiba, they're all going to pair very, very well together. And they're also going to stand so strong on their own. So don't feel like you need all three to diffuse. You can use one individually, or you can mix them together for calming and relaxing. Do you have anything to add on those, Eden?
I just want to share my favorite diffuser blend for nighttime. I love to do 2 drops adaptive and 2 drops serenity. So while my kids are in their bath, I always, sorry. I didn't mean to say adaptive, which you could add adaptive. I know Whitley does, but I meant to say balance. 2 drops balance, 2 drops serenity. But I do that in all of my kids' diffusers while they're taking a bath, and I close their doors so that when they go into their rooms to like get on their pajamas, they open the door and their whole room has this grounding, calming, peaceful aroma. And it's just the perfect way to like drift off to sleep and settle them down. So definitely try that diffuser blend at night.
That is so good. Lauren just said the exact same thing, Serenbeam Balance, and in her kids diffuser too. Tavia just said balance and cheer. So the next oils is cheer and citrus bloom. Those are your happy, uplifting, energizing, let's go, let's be motivated, let's be happy essential oils. So different from your calming, relaxing, and anti-stress ones. So balance and cheer, I've never tried that before. So I'm going to have to try those ones. Okay, let's kind of transition into our wholesale account so that you know how to use that and maneuver it. So I'm going to continue sharing my screen for a second, if it'll let me. Maybe it won't, who knows? Okay, really quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to log into your doTERRA account. We're going to show you how to purchase essential oils in the future or different things. You don't have to purchase essential oils in the future because right now you have what's called a wholesale membership, meaning that you have what's like a doTERRA Costco card. You have 25% off of all of doTERRA's products. That's like the perk of becoming a wholesale customer. So we're going to show you how to maneuver that for 1 second. Let me start sharing my screen with you guys for 1 more minute. Okay, so here's my biggest tip with maneuvering your wholesale account. Use it, like take advantage of it. You purchased a kit or you purchased essential oils, so now you have a wholesale membership, so use it. If you purchase Costco's membership every single year, but you don't use it, it goes to waste. So take advantage of it. That's why it's here. So another huge tip of mine is when you're looking at prices, or if you're wanting to see, oh, how much is Magnolia or how much is the Deep Blue Stick, log into your doTERRA account because you will be able to see and access the wholesale pricing instead of retail. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to doTERRA.com and you're going to click this account. Actually, you're not going to click it. You're just going to hover over the account and hit login. Now, when you created your account, you did generate and create a password. It had to have a capital and it had to have a number. You also should have a doTERRA ID number. You probably won't remember that, so just go ahead and use your email that you associated your doTERRA account with. we're just gonna log into mine really quickly. It will look a little bit different than yours because my account looks just slightly different. So here's what it looks like. You'll see doTERRA's promotions the second that you log into your doTERRA account. So right here, you will see that here in February, you were able to get the DigestZen soft gels and the DigestZen essential oil completely for free. You can click these little buttons on the right-hand side and continue to see the other promotions that doTERRA has going on that month. Like right now, they're trying to educate us about the MetaPower and the nutritional line. The baby line is back. There's great stuff. But what I want to really show you for a minute is you're going to cursor over your account and scroll down and hit loyalty orders. This is what your account will look like when you want to purchase items, okay? If you look over to the right-hand side, you see your loyalty orders, and yours will be blank right here, or down below is a create one-time order. Now, when you want to purchase essential oils or purchase anything from doTERRA, you're going to want the biggest bang for your buck. You're going to want to save money and you're going to want to not pay full price for things. When you purchase on your loyalty orders or your LRP, this is going to be like a frequent flyer miles program for doTERRA. So every single time that you purchase, you will receive 10 to 30% back in product credits. Like it is the budgeter's best freaking friend. Whereas if you just click this create one-time order, you still get the 25% discount, but you do not get those frequent flyer miles points back, okay? So let's say that you spend, I don't know, 50 bucks. That's kind of an easy number to work with. You would receive $5 to $15 back in your doTERRA account. Whereas creating a one-time order, you wouldn't get those, which is fine if you don't want those. I don't know why you don't want those, but maybe you don't. So here's the thing about the loyalty rewards program or your LRP. It is a monthly order. You do not have to purchase the same things every month though. Like if you purchase $100 worth of something one month, you can purchase a $5 chapstick the next month. It is all conditioned on your budget and the time of month you want to purchase it. That's what I love about doTERRA. So here, I'm just going to show you how to create one really quickly. Here you would click create new LRP because you don't have one yet probably. So create new LRP. Then it's going to pull up a calendar. This calendar you are able to change it. So even if you click March 9th, you can go in and click March 23rd anytime during the month of March. Again, you are not locked into anything, which is awesome. So during these purple days, you will be receiving a free product during that promotion period. So when you purchase 125 PV on or before the 15th of the month, you receive that free product of the month, and it changes every month. And they're awesome products. So you'll want to keep an eye out for those. So let's just click the 9th to kind of show you how to do this. So you'll hit save date and shop. And I just love utilizing this search bar up here because I kind of know what I want, but maybe you'll want to sit and peruse and browse. So we talked a lot about the deep blue items. So maybe I just look up deep blue and I'll want to click on the deep blue stick. You can read up on it. You can look at what it is. And I'm going to click add to bag. Okay. Then I'm going to go over here to my bag, just cursor over it. And I'm going to click review order. So this is what my order looks like. This is what my LRP looks like, okay? If I want to add another item, I just click this search bar again right here. And maybe I'll do, I don't know, we talked about eucalyptus. So I'll just want to add eucalyptus. And if I want to take something out, I can click the X bar, okay? The best part, again, is that you can change the date, okay? How you change the date is you click this calendar up here. And see, I can go from the 9th to the 12th if I want. The best thing about this loyalty rewards program, or the LRP, is, again, it is convenient for you and your family. So you get to decide what you want and things that you won't want every single month. Do you have things to add about it, Eden?
Well, I just want to like point this out to everyone because we want to show you, right, how you're going to earn points. So every time you purchase, you get the 10 to 30% back. So Sydney's going to show you where the points are going to show up and how to use them. But look how many points she has.
I know. Remaining rewards points, I have 205 points.
205. That's like $205. And that's just, she's not just spending outrageous amounts of just like, oh, new oils. Like she's getting her laundry detergent. She's getting her shampoo and conditioner. She's getting her toothpaste. She's getting her vitamins that she takes monthly. Like she pivoted her money at the grocery store and just decided to spend it over here for non-toxic products that are not like even very much more, maybe the same price as grocery store prices. Plus she's getting 30% because she's had it now for a year. 30% back every month. And she has accumulated $200 worth of free product that she gets to spend. So if she wants to use, like if she's like, I don't want to pay for the deep blue stick, she's going to hit that little down arrow right there and click one. And then it's going to apply how many points? Was it 24, 50, 20 points from that. So you can see how her points went down and it applied it to the deep blue stick. And now that's free. Now she gets that for free. People don't realize like you save so much money by pivoting your money from over here to over here and getting that reward back and being able to purchase with points.
Yeah. And the best thing is like, it will take maybe like 2 or 3 months for you to accrue 100 points or 75 points or 200 points, whatever it is. But you are able to allocate that free money to kind of whatever you want. Totally. And that's really nice. It's not like, hey, spend $1,000 and you get like a free chapstick. I hate when companies do that. You're like, thanks. Like that is so kind. What will I ever do with the chapstick? And then if I don't want to use my points on the deep blue stick, then I'll just hit exit and it will take it out of my cart.
Brooke pointed out that LRP points show up the following month. So don't worry if you don't see it right away.
Yeah, exactly. I do need the deep blue stick. So I actually am going to like keep all of these things in my cart. These were like actually things that I really did need. If you want to cancel your LRP, because maybe the funds are not lining up and you really don't even need a chapstick. Like maybe you really don't even want to buy an On Guard hand sanitizer anymore. And that's okay. You will just come here to the live chat and say, hey, I want to cancel my current LRP, and you can cancel it. That's what I love about doTERRA too, is like, you don't feel like you have to jump through 14 hoops and be committed to it for 74 days and 74 nights and not be able to get out of it. Just make sure when you're wanting to save it, you don't even have to buy it yet. Just hit the save and process on March 12th and it will save your changes.
Yep. And something that I love is doTERRA actually texts you when your order is about to process. It's like, hey, Eden, your doTERRA order is about to process. Log in to make any edits. I'm always like, yes. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me because I never remember. I just log in, put in what I want, take out what I don't. Yeah. And Tavia said, so if you don't order on an LRP order and just a one-time order, then you don't get points. So that's correct. It has to be an LRP order to get those points.
Exactly. Okay.
And we want to, oh, sorry. We were probably going to say the same thing right there.
We probably were.
I'm just going to say, we just like want to open the floor. Like if anyone has any questions, now's your time. Free to unmute yourself, or you can just put it in the chat and we are going to be answering those. Because once again, this is for you. So we want to make sure that all of your questions are answered. And maybe there's an oil that we didn't go over or something that you have questions about.
Yeah. So any oil questions or
Taylor, you said, how do you get it to text you? So your phone number should be in the doTERRA website. And so then it would be texting you.
Yeah.
So maybe log in and see if your number.
I don't know why it's not, because last month I literally had to go and call them because they processed an order that was like over $400.
Oh, you're like, no, I don't want to do that again. And
Yeah.
doTERRA customer service is the best ever, though. So they probably
they really do. He was like, "Oh no, that's fine. We can just cancel it." I'm like, "Thank you."
Good. Oh, good. Yeah, that's so weird. I would call and ask them and see how to get it to text you then.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Someone said, what happens if I don't order every month, but once, like 2 to 3 months? Does that still count? So here's my advice to you. If you cancel your LRP, which you absolutely can, make sure to use up your points before you cancel it, because then your LRP is gone. I really don't recommend canceling it. I would recommend putting in something, the cheapest thing on doTERRA, like a hand sanitizer that you're going to use or a chapstick, because the longer you have your LRP going, the bigger percentage you get back. So like the first 2-3 months, you're going to get the percent back. And then the next 2 or 3 months, you're going to get 15% back, and it caps at 30%. So the longer you have, the bigger percentage you're getting back. So if you're planning on ordering every 2 to 3 months, I just recommend having like a smaller month to kind of like hold your place where you can get something small, something even like a toothpaste or laundry detergent, something you would be buying at the grocery store.
Another great little tidbit is like citrus oils are super cheap. So like lemon, I think is $11 or something. Yeah. Lime, grapefruit, wild orange, all those are going to be cheaper. And so if it's a month that you're like, gosh, I don't need like my basic oils, I'm kind of still good on like my tea tree and my adaptive and my lifelong vitality or my On Guard cleaner concentrate, maybe just like try a cheaper oil like wild orange or lime or lemon. Or seriously, Eden's advice about changing something from the grocery store over to here is, I wish someone would have told me that like 10 years ago, because that's amazing. Whitley says, I always say doTERRA customer service is like Chick-fil-A status. It's so
they
true.
really are.
Yeah.
They really are. They go above and beyond to help you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if no one else has any more questions, we can end this, but I hope this was helpful for everybody. It's always nice to have an extra helping hand when you're trying to figure out a new hobby or something new you're trying out. So,
and we're so excited to have you guys all in our community. This isn't like a one-time thing. We're constantly doing calls. People will talk about pregnancy and essential oils, or ADHD and essential oils. So you're part of our community. So welcome. We're so excited to have you, and we're just going to continue the education.
We love you guys.